Omar here, the car hacker, and today we're going to talk about how the salesperson is not your friend. This might seem very obvious to many of you, but you got to understand that salespeople are in the position they're in for a reason. Their goal when you walk through that door is to cater to you and become the person that you're going to be able to align with and trust and seek advice from as you go through the process of buying or leasing a car. Now, everything is in place for a specific reason. When you get out of your car and you get that, hello, how are you? My name's John. How you doing today? The reality is there's a process in place to help you build rapport and trust with the salesman that's going to allow you to eventually reach the finish line and buy a car from them. But here's the truth. Salespeople are not your friend. They have one objective and one objective only. And that objective is to get you to buy a car because they make their money based off of commission. The more sales they get, the more money they make. So when you do go into that showroom, I want you to understand that this is a game of chess. Okay? They're not aligning to you. They're not going to invite you over for Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, okay? This is a game of chess. You have to have a plan in place and know how to execute on that plan. Otherwise, you're going to be losing a lot of money. When you walk into that nice air-conditioned showroom, when you see the free popcorn on the side, when they hand you that nice bottle of cold water to get you relaxed, maybe to introduce you into the living room where there's a TV and get you to sit down and enjoy the atmosphere, this is all a ploy to get you to enjoy where you are and put your guard down. Now, the salespeople actually have no control on whether or not you can get a car for a certain price. The salesperson is a middleman in this game of chess. You have to actually use your own strategy to get them to sell their sales manager on the price you want for the car. And the reality is they're going to say, you know what? That's a great idea. Let me go take it back to Chuck in the back. And he'll go back to Chuck and he'll be like, Chuck, I've got Dana here. She wants this car for 30 grand. She knows it's 35. I know we could get it down to, 27, but I'm telling her that it's going to be a really tough sell. So we're going to sit here for a while. We're going to pretend like we're talking. We'll let her just kind of like wait patiently, get a little bit nervous, and I'll go back and I'll tell her we could do it for 31. Even though we could go to 27, and even though she wanted it for 30, we'll push back because it's a really, really hot deal. And there was a reason for this. Psychologically, the more time you invest in something, the more likely you are to want to execute on a conclusion, a finale. Nobody likes to waste their time. And this is why when shopping for cars, it's important to shop outside of your market. You don't want to get stuck in your own little regional setting because guess what? A lot of these dealers know each other. A lot of these dealers are friends. A lot of these dealers are part of the same auto group. It doesn't benefit you to stay within like the tri-state area of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, maybe Connecticut when shopping for a car. You need to be looking elsewhere in the country and exercising your options because guess what, everybody? The convertible that you want down in Florida might be really expensive because the weather is great all year long. But those in Minnesota, they may not want a convertible because it's cold as shit out there. And that means at the end, you'll be able to get a better deal on a convertible in Minnesota than you would in Florida. Same thing when it goes for SUVs. Where are SUVs going to be prevalent? Given, they're a very popular segment of vehicle. But those are in colder regions, snowy regions, rainy regions. Those people tend to want more secure, heavier vehicles because it feels safer and because they have families. So you got to understand the market you're in to help yourself exercise the best strategy possible when car shopping. Now, going back to the process of your experience at the dealership. After the salesman comes back out, he's going to come, he's going to tell you, he's going to sit with you, he's going to conjure up a story while he's waiting for the sales manager to come back with the real number, and he's going to want to get to know Dana. He's going to want to get to know how many kids she has, what she does for a living. He's going to ask questions. And why is this? Psychologically speaking, people love to talk about themselves. So the more open-ended questions the salesman asks about you, then you give answers and responses to, the more connected you all feel together. So it's important to understand this psychological trick. They're not there to be your friend. They're there to basically milk the highest dollar they can out of you for the car. The greater the sale, the more their commission. Now, salesmen, if you do a great job at what you do and you give the dealer basically bare minimum on profit, the dealer gives their salespeople what's called a mini, right? And these minis, depending on the dealership and where you are in the country, can range anywhere from a couple $100, like $200 a sale, up to $500 or $600 a sale. This all depends, obviously, on the type of car and the brand that you're buying the car from. But at the end of the day, these salespeople are only getting paid if you buy a car. So it's in their own interest to be your friend. It's in their own interest to maybe pretend to divulge information about the secrets that go on in that management room. But the reality is they're doing this hundreds of times per month. You are not special. The next thing I want to talk about is after you deal with the salesperson, the sales manager is going to come out. The sales manager knows he's not your friend, and he's taking a little bit more of a stern approach towards you. And he's going to say, hey, Dana, I know you offered $30,000. We could do 31 because we don't have that much margin in it. They're allowed to lie. Everyone needs to understand something when it comes to car dealerships. It is not against the law to lie. Let me repeat that. Everyone needs to understand something about car dealerships. It is not illegal to lie. Is it a scumbag move? Yeah. Is it a little shady? Yeah. But they can do it. So I am trying to equip all of you to be your own car hacker, to know exactly the information that I know. So when you go into that dealer, you know exactly how to operate, how to move, and how to execute. And that will prevent you from spending thousands of dollars that you don't need to be spending. Now, the sales manager is going to basically tell you that he might be willing to do it, but you need to sign a piece of paper, arbitrary, a regular plain piece of paper with a number on it. You want it for this price? Sign. And that signing is basically their way of psychologically getting you to commit. You're not legally obligated. You're not legally obligated to do any of this shit. But they come at you with, your offer is $30,000. I'm at 31, but if I actually go back and work with my other sales managers, if I could do it for 30, you got a deal? And they make you sign. You're not signing anything. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've seen in the world. But people fall for this bullshit. Stop falling for this stupid tactics that these dealers do, okay? Sign a piece of fucking paper. And when they come back, you're going to say, you know what, I kind of changed my mind. You know, it was 30 when I walked in the door. You guys are known for being a no-hassle dealership. But I went to the car hacker, and I know that you can go down to 28 on the car now. And at this point, all cards are on the table, and they don't like this tactic. They'll most likely tell you to fuck off, which, you know, they have a right to tell you to go away. They have a right to tell you they don't want to sell you the car. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's just say for clarification purposes, you agree on the deal. You agree? 30, they come back and they give you 30. They know they made $3 grand off the car. Now, there's the next step. Now you go into the finance office, assuming you didn't get your private lending outside from a credit union or your own personal bank. The next step is for you to go into the finance office where you think the work is done. You negotiate the price of the car, you negotiate the car payment. What else can be left? The reality is there's still a lot more left because now you have a finance manager. And guess what? That finance manager is only going to make money if you end up purchasing the additional options in the finance office. Now, guys, this is just as fucking bad. Let's keep it real for a second. Going into the finance office and dealing with these aftermarket solutions are going to be just as detrimental to your wallet. Why? Because they're going to offer you all types of protective rust-proof coating on the car. They're going to offer you dent protection. They're going to offer you tire and wheel protection. They're going to offer you paint protection film. They're going to offer their grandma to sit on the car for you when it's snowing and hailing outside. Who the fuck knows what else they can offer, but you will see some crazy shit. Now, there's nothing wrong with the offer that they are presenting. A lot of the products like paint protection film, the window tint, the tire and rim protection, even an extended warranty. All of these things offer value. They offer value, guys. Here's the difference though. You don't want to buy it there because it's over fucking priced. Everything is overpriced. So where do you want to do it? You want to do it afterwards. Tire and rim wheel protection, guys. Let's just do it at Discount Tire. Let's go do it at Costco. Paint protection film, there are many detail local body auto shops that will do it for much less. Now, let me take it down a notch. There's a small benefit to overpaying in the finance office. And that small benefit is exactly how they're going to sell you. Hey, Dana, for an extra $27 a month, you can wrap all this up into your payment and you don't have to go outside and spend more money. And the truth is, yeah, it's $27 a month, but did you forget about the interest you're going to pay? Guys, there's a lot of bullshit involved in buying a car. The dealers have 7 different ways of making money off of you. And this is why I tell you guys, the salesperson is not your friend. The sales manager is not your friend. The finance manager is certainly not your friend. Wisen the fuck up and build a strategy before you go into the dealership. Now, if you need help with your personal car shopping experience, in my TikTok profile, in my YouTube, in my Instagram, there is a link to book time with me. 30 minutes is all you need. Book some time with me. I'm more than happy to help. And as always, guys, follow for more car education and negotiation content.